Okay, it's going to be the world's fastest painting of Spongebob Squarepants. It's going to do a rough. I've got my picture right here I'm looking at, and you can trace it. You can just print it out and then trace it onto your paper. I've got some nice canvas paper. You can buy like the whole, like a pad of proper painting canvas. Good for practice. You do it so good, you think it needs a frame, you can put it in a frame. Anyway, let's do that one. So he's up that way, across the top, back down, and then his Squarepants. So I've drawn his sponge and his mouth. Kinda. Beauty of oil paints, besides being really messy, is that you can really change things as you go. And his teeth. I'd like to give Olaf the snowman a go. That's actually a bit trickier because it's all white. But anyway, so we have got oh, where's his pants? They come down, womp, womp, and across, and down. He's got legs, skinny little legs, and his shoes, basically. Oh, they're not that long. Kind of come forward. Oops. Yeah, oh, arms. So he needs arms. And that's just the shape here. Down to his hands. Oh. Rightio. So that's my Spongebob. Now we're going to mix some paints. So we need yellow, of course, and this is, you know, don't want to use all your paints up. Just put enough that you need. Some really nice paints here. And then you got to mix different shades, because there's different yellows in Spongebob in the picture here. Not too many, because he's a cartoon, so that makes it nice and simple. But there still are differences. I need brown, I need white, and sort of a bit of grey, white to grey. You can shade them. And you can get a colour chart, shows you which colours to put together. Every one of them is going to just keep adding white, white, white. And you don't really add that much black. Oops, look at there. Got this beautiful green. I don't really use black, you sort of use your browns. Burnt umber and burnt sienna. Got like a darker brown, lighter brown. You start with the dark colour and lighten up. That is often the way it works. I've got these nice big cheap ones. These are good to practice with. These other ones is when you want to get something perfect. But anyway. Oops. So I'll just give myself some white in the middle. Just a paper plate or something is good for this. Old clothes, because oil paint does not come off. Beauty of it, it takes like a couple of days to dry properly, so you've got lots of time to muck around with it. You can spend the whole day just like, you can scrape it back off, start again. Getting these right is important. And that's what else we need is the medium, which is like oil and terps. And normally you have terps, but I haven't got any, so I can't wash my brushes today, so whatever brush I use, I'm just using these old budgie ones, because I'm just going to chuck them in the bin. The yellow is separated a bit in oil. Definitely want some white in there. Oh yeah, wow. A little bit of white really lightens it up a lot. You've got to just add slowly. Really get your colour mixed in. Good. Actually want to, and it's actually want to darken it up again. It's a bit more yellow up here. And so I've been going for 5 minutes. I want to try paint this in 15 minutes. But mixing your paints takes a while. It is one of the lengthier processes. Okay, and you're not worrying about a background just for now. But some sky would be nice. Normally you do your sky first, bit of your background, just roughly, and then fill in your image inside of that. Don't worry about the background right now. Yeah, so I've got to choose the right size brush. So the brown is quite dark. I can add a bit of yellow into the brown, won't hurt it. Whoa, that might be too much white. I think it is, yeah, it's gone really light. So it's like if you've got black paint, you add a tiny bit of white, it's gonna go grey really fast. Brown. Actually, I'll try the umber. It's a darker one. See if it's still good. Some of these tubes are pretty old. Can I get the lid off? And oil paint lasts a long, long time in the tube. It takes forever to dry on the canvas. Alright, get that off. Got here. Bit dark, keep mixing in that lighter stuff. And that's what the medium's for, just to, if it's, make the paint not so thick. But sticky, I'm never gonna get that off my hands. Oh, 8 minutes. I'm running out of time. I haven't even started painting yet. Can't get my medium out. There we go. Pinch a bit of that oil and turpentine mix. You can get low odor turpentine because the turp's pretty stinky. The pure gum turps are the one to use, but even though they're pretty stinky, you want a bit of ventilation. Or the low odor turps, I think, is probably the way to go. And linseed oil to make your medium. You can just buy oil paint medium. There you go. And we're still not light enough. You can just mix all that up. Oh, actually, but I want a little bit darker stuff. Really, I want a few different shades of brown, a few different shades of yellow. It's almost a red colour, this burnt sienna, whereas the burnt umber is really brown. No doubt about that. And so we're mixing. A bit more medium. What else did I know about oil paint? Yeah, it's messy. It's really, you get a little bit on your hand, next thing it's on your clothes, next thing it's on your cup. So I've got a drop sheet on the floor, keep the floor clean. Is that dark enough? Getting darker. That's paint. Oh, my white. So I need a brush for white. I just want to get kind of a fine one. And then I actually want a couple of shades of the white paint. A little tiniest bit of yellow in there won't hurt. Brightens it up a bit. So, how am I going to darken my white? I think I'm just going to add a little bit of brown to it. So I'll bring a lump. Well, the brown can have the yellow in it. So I just dab my brush in the brown. That is going to really darken the white. Yeah, it's like a very light brown now, and I still want it kind of more white, but that was a bit too much. Wow, there's a tiny bit of brown. So I'm just gonna maybe mix this one up here. Yeah, and that's gone a bit yellow, but that's okay. And if I get all of that paint off the brush, as much as I can, I come back here to the white and just turn my white not quite so white. There we go. Alright. Now the colours, I do need some red, I need some black. So there's going to be two different videos. It's taken me 15 minutes just to get the sketch done. And the paint's mixed. Black, a bit too bright maybe. Yes, I do. You can make your own black with just dark brown umber and dark blue. That's how the proper painters do it, but if you're going to use lots of it, you don't want to use up all your brown and blue paint, so I want a tiniest bit of black. I don't want it mixed with anything else. Ooh, the oil's kind of separated. It's just for his shoes and his belt, and a bit of an outline for his arms. Okay, so I want a fine little brush for the black. I want to mix it up so it's not all running all over the palette. And the black, I'd like to do the black first and let it dry before I do any other painting, because any other paint touches it, all of a sudden it's going dark and all sorts of stuff, but I'll do it last in this instance. Red. I want a bright red. Bright red's a tricky one. You can't really make it bright. If you add white to a darker red, it just goes pink. Hopefully I've got a tube of red. I can just use magenta. You can have a bit of a purple tie. Purple, red, and we'll see how that goes. And then we have almost got our paints mixed. Hardly need any of that. I've added a little bit of black. That would go. But can do that last rat. So, oh, he's got blue eyes. Haven't used any blue. Let's go with. See what's in here. A little bit of dark blue down here. And it's a very light blue. It would almost be this French ultramarine. It's a very pretty colour, but I'm going to just add some white to this dark Prussian blue. And I need brushes for all these different things. Anyway, let's do the white. Alright, look forward. Yep, that's video one.